Right now we go to Mobile, Alabama, where former Aztec future pro Vincent Brown is nice enough to join us on Extra Sports 1360. Vincent, great to have you on the show. How's the scene out there in Alabama?
It's not bad at all. You know, it's a new exciting thing to be out here, and I'm just glad to be a part of it. It's not bad.
All right. You ever get nervous having so many sets of eyeballs on you, measuring everything you do, from scouts to coaches, looking at everything from your footwork to your hands? Is it ever nerve-wracking?
It's a lot to think about, you know, when you're out here. But, you know, when you are out here, you know, you definitely have to showcase your talent. So you can't let it get to you at all. So you got to be ready at all times.
What have you realized about your game as far as what you can do well, that you were kind of surprised about, and what you need to improve on so far?
Definitely my big play ability, just my routes, running good routes, that type of thing. And I showed a little bit of that out here. But just working on the press game, make sure that all my routes are crisp and that I understand everything I'm doing out here. That's pretty much a big thing out here, too.
Big playability, just hand out DVDs of the bowl game. I've seen the big playability. Vincent Brown and the Aztecs beat up Navy, and now he's looking to go pro. Vincent, you're listed at 5'11". Has anybody said undersized? Has that come up?
Yeah, it comes up all the time. You know, they say a lot of times they say I'm a smaller receiver. They say I play big at the same time, so I guess that's a good balance. But yeah, I do get that one, especially when I weighed in at 184 and 5'11". They definitely saw that as a smaller receiver type.
I see. I'm watching you guys practice a little bit on TV. You guys get after. Does practice ever get a little bit feisty? I mean, listen, you know, pro guys are watching. This is your opportunity to show people stuff. Guys want to get into it. Does it get a little feisty at times?
Oh, yeah, there's definitely been a couple moments, you know, and guys that are out here competing. There's a high-level competition out here. There's a very, high thing, a lot of talent out here, and everybody's trying to showcase their talent and show what they can do. So it definitely is a few moments where guys get into it a little bit.
Vincent Brown getting ready for the Senior Bowl tomorrow. I guess the classic question is, where do you think you'll be drafted? And the classic answer is, I don't know. But honestly, give me a hunch. When are they telling you you're going to be drafted?
Oh, man, they tell you everything, you know, and that's what I'm saying. A lot of people say they don't know because you really don't know. I mean, you hear a lot of stuff, and people say, you know, high rounds, low rounds, so it's really, you really don't know. So I just say, when draft day comes, and well, I guess we'll all find out.
Vincent, when you guys are practicing, you're obviously wearing your team's helmet, and, you know, listen, you see an Oklahoma helmet, you know it's Oklahoma. You see the U, you know that's Miami. Has anyone come up to you and say, Aztecs, where's that from?
Yeah, a couple people, you know, because ever since I've been out here, I've been getting the whole small school thing. So whenever I run across or after practice, I go to the fans, and they're like, oh, what school are you from? And they definitely don't recognize you. But when you say San Diego State Aztecs, they're like, oh, okay, I see, smaller school. Glad you're out here. So yeah. I get that type of thing.
We're on the map. We're not a secret little school anymore.
No doubt.
You guys just had a nice year. Vincent, describe the surprise when you heard Brady Hoke was leaving to take that Michigan job.
It was kind of a surprise. You know, he was chasing a dream job. He knew that he always wanted to be at Michigan, and you know, I tip my hat off to him. He's done a lot for our program, especially in the last few years. You know, I've seen the program on both sides when we were down and when we were up this last year. So I was just happy, to be a part of that my senior year. But you know, you can't knock him for chasing his dreams out. So I wish him the best.
That's a great answer. And you're both leaving. You're going to the NFL. He's going to Michigan. Have you talked to any of the current guys who have to go through another coaching change and how tough that may be?
Yeah, I mean, I talked to a few of the young guys, and they got a lot of mixed feelings about certain things, but they're out there getting ready for next year. You know, they have a job to do too, and they're all ready to work. And even though Coach left, you know, they're like, okay, well, we got to regroup and we got to do what we can to keep this program what it is.
How much downtime do you get? I mean, I know you guys are practicing, you're probably working out, maybe even watching film, or of yourself, trying to break down yourself, trying to improve your game. But actually, how much downtime and leisure time do you get with this?
There's a little bit of downtime. You know, when we do have downtime, it's good, getting the playbook, make sure you understand the play. So it's like you're pretty much always working. Everything is like almost up to you. When you get your time off, you have to make sure you're fine on your routes and fine on what you know and what you understand for the game. And there's definitely a little bit of time, to hang out with your family and that type of thing. So it's definitely a little bit of downtime sometimes.
Former Aztec Vincent Brown, the wide receiver, our guest on Extra Sports. Vincent, growing up, at what age did you realize that you had this ability? Because we know about your hands, we know about your speed, and we saw it at San Diego State, but from Rancho Cucamonga, at what age did you say, you know what, I could actually turn football into a profession?
Oh, man, I started real young. Probably when I was when I was about 6 or 7, I told my dad, I was like, yo, man, I want to play in the National Football League.
Wow.
So it's been a while, and I didn't start playing until like the 6th grade when I was around 12. But I'd always played around the park, played with friends, that type of thing, and it was just always a love of mine. I always had a passion for the game, and I told my dad real young. I was like, yo, one day I want to play National Football League, and he told me, he said, I'm gonna do my best to help you and guide you, and one day if the opportunity presents itself, then it's just all on you. So I took advantage of that.
Man, have you thought about how emotional that moment's going to be? No matter when it happens, 3rd round, 4th round, who knows? Have you even thought about that exact moment?
Man, a few times, yeah, I definitely have, and it's like I don't know what how I'm gonna feel about it. I'm sure I'm gonna be very excited, and definitely my family too. But I definitely think about that moment a lot, and I can't wait for it to get here.
Do you keep in touch with DeMarco Sampson at all? I mean, I'm sure you're pretty busy, but how much have you kept in touch with him since the season ended, and how much do you plan to keep in touch with him all the way up into the draft, into the season?
I haven't talked to him in a little bit, but I know he's training out there and everybody's busy and that type of thing. But I'm sure when I get back, we'll definitely get in contact and we'll see how everything's going. And I'll sure I'll get in contact with him up until the draft.
All right, let me have Vincent analyze DeMarco. Now you're a scout. Forget your player background.
Okay.
If you were on ESPN and I said, all right, Vincent, analyze this wide receiver out of San Diego State, DeMarco Sampson, Castle Park High School. What have you seen?
I'd say, man, this guy is he's a big playmaker. He's a tall defender, and he's very rough. And he knows how to play football. He knows how to get himself open, and he knows how to use his body to his advantage to make plays. He's definitely a deep threat, but if you use him, he definitely can go over the middle because of his big size. That he causes a lot of problems with younger and smaller corners. So, you throw the ball up, he's definitely going to be the one to come down with it.
I love it.
Nice.
You should write his bio.
That was good stuff.
He said you're slow and you need to work on your hands.
He didn't say that.
When we asked him. I'm just telling you.
Vincent, do you plan to have one of these big-time, a whole bunch of family over with the cameras there waiting for you on draft day so that when they do call your name, they can show you celebrating and slapping high fives to everybody? Do you know what you guys are going to be doing on draft day?
Oh man, it's a definite possibility. I don't know for sure yet. I'm trying to see and find out what's going to happen in the near future. But I'm sure when that time comes, I'll have a lot of family and everybody over support.
Well, Vincent, we are wishing you the absolute best. It was a magnificent senior season for you. We're all happy you came back for your senior year. We'll be watching tomorrow. Enjoy the experience. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.